Everyone wants to be an NBA player, but no one is ready to train like one. Because here's the truth. Pros don't rely on motivation. They rely on habits. Be honest with yourself. How many times have you said these words? I'll start training tomorrow. Or next week I'll go really hard. But when the time comes, you know you'll just find an excuse. The ones who make it to the big leagues train whether they feel like it or not. And that's just the truth. If you only train when you feel like it, you'll never evolve into the pro athlete you want to become. So today, I'm gonna be showing you exactly how to push through those days when you just don't want to train. Keeping it real, those are the days that separate amateurs from pros. The harsh truth about motivation. First, let's debunk the biggest excuse everyone uses in basketball. I need motivation to train. Well, the thing is, motivation isn't real. In order to become great at basketball, you have to be obsessed. Even if you're upset, tired, lazy, or just in a negative mood in general, you still have to show up. Do you guys remember when Kobe tore his Achilles during the game and still made both free throws? How do you think he felt during those moments of excruciating pain? Would you have fought through the pain or asked to be carried away on a stretcher? Now, because Kobe limped away after sinking those baskets, doesn't mean you have to train when you're injured. But how far are you willing to go to get better? You have to train even when you're tired, sore, unmotivated. If you let your feelings control your actions, you will never reach your potential. The just start rule. Alright, so what do you do on those days when you just don't feel like training? Well, it's simple. Use the 5-minute rule. Get started as soon as possible so that your thoughts don't deter you from simply taking action. Tell yourself, I'm only going to train for 5 minutes today. No pressure, no crazy workout plan, just 5 minutes. Getting started is always the hardest part of doing the uncomfortable thing. But once your momentum kicks in, you feel like nothing can stop you. It's like when you say you're only going to watch one more episode of a show before you go to bed, and then suddenly it's 2 a.m. and you've binged the entire series. Your brain works the same way with training. Once you start, you won't want to stop. The identity shift. You need to stop thinking like someone who wants to go pro and start thinking like someone who is already a pro. NBA players don't wake up and ask themselves if they feel like training that day. It's not a decision. It's a requirement. And if you want to be on that level one day, you need to make training a non-negotiable part of your life. Kobe wasn't waking up at 4 a.m. just for fun. He was waking up at 4 a.m. because he knew someone else was still asleep. He knew that every extra rep he put in gave him an edge over his competition. If you keep treating training like it's a choice, you'll never be great. Make it a part of who you are. You don't train because you feel like training. You train because you're a hooper. You train because you're obsessed with the game, and you train because you love it. Period. One of the biggest reasons people skip training is because their environment makes it easy to quit. If your gym bag isn't packed, if your shoes aren't by the door, if you have to think about what you need before your training, your brain will simply find an excuse to skip. Make it impossible for yourself to slack off. Sleep in your workout gear. Keep your ball by the door. Set a daily training time and stick to it. Think about it. Why do you brush your teeth every morning? Not because you're motivated to brush your teeth, but it's because you made it a habit. Training should be the same. The non-negotiable mindset. Let me ask you a question. If you had a job interview for your dream team, would you skip it because you didn't feel like it? No chance. So why are you skipping workouts when those are the reps that will get you there? Pros don't train only when it's convenient. They train in the rain. They train when they're sore. They train when they're dead tired because they know the person that's trying to take their spot isn't making excuses. If you're only training when conditions are perfect, you're already behind. Why do you think Steph Curry shoots 500 threes a day? It's not because he's in the mood to do that. Think about it. He does it because that's why he's the greatest shooter of all time. Consistency beats talent when talent is inconsistent. This is my challenge to you. For the next 7 days, no matter how you feel, you train. No excuses, no skipping, just show up and put in the work. And after those 7 days, I want you to come back to this video and comment below. Let me know if you did it or if you let your feelings win. Now, if this video helped you, subscribe and drop a like. I'm dropping more content like this every week to keep you locked in and focused on achieving your goals. Let's get to work, come on!